Hello and welcome to another Tunisian crochet tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to combine two very simple stitches, which are Tunisian knit and Tunisian simple stitch, to get a beautiful stitch pattern that you can use for many of your projects. I use this particular stitch combination in my Sienna Harvest berry shawl. I'm going to publish in March, so watch the space. And I used it at the beginning of the shawl with the starting triangle and also as a filler rows between my two types of lace here. Okay, so this particular stitch combination is worked over an odd number of stitches, so you need odd number of stitches, and it is 2 row repeat if we don't count the foundation row. Foundation row is worked as a typical foundation row in Tunisian crochet, so we need to start with chains. So because this stitch pattern is worked over an odd number of stitches, we need 2 odd number of chains. So I'm going to chain 9, five, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And as you know, we are going to be working the foundation row into the back bumps of the chain stitches. This is my personal preference. You can also pick up the top loop or the bottom loop. It's entirely up to you. I prefer this method because it creates a nice and neat bottom edge. So we are picking up stitches in the back bumps of the starting chain. Like so. So we just need to double check that we've got the correct number of loops. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And we are working a standard return pass for all of our rows. Standard return pass is worked as a chain 1 and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 all the way back, which brings us to the beginning of our project. Okay, so this is foundation row. For most projects in your Tunisian crochet, this is how you will work the beginning of your project. And now we are starting the stitch pattern. So we are going to be working Tunisian knit and Tunisian simple stitches in alternation. So for those of you who are new to Tunisian crochet, we don't work this first stitch here because we've got 1 loop on the hook already, and this corresponds to the first stitch. Okay, so we are going to work Tunisian knit stitch into the first one. So Tunisian knit stitch is worked by inserting the hook between the 2 vertical bars from front to back, yarn over and pull up a loop, followed by Tunisian simple stitch, which is worked from right to left under the front vertical bar, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then Tunisian knit stitch again. So we are working between the bars, vertical bars, and the next stitch is Tunisian simple, Tunisian knit, Tunisian simple, and Tunisian knit. Now we are getting to the left edge of the project, so we are going to be working our edge stitch. We need to insert the hook under both of these bars. The easiest way to work this is if you turn the fabric or the foundation row towards yourself and insert the hook under those 2 bars, the right and the left, yarn over and pull up a loop, and that's your edge stitch. Now we are working a standard return pass again, so we chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, over, pull through 2 all the way to the beginning. Okay, And now we are going to switch up the stitches. So where we worked Tunisian knit stitch into the first stitch in the row below, we are going to be working Tunisian simple. And where we work Tunisian simple, we are going to be working Tunisian knit stitch. Okay, now Tunisian simple, Tunisian knit, simple, knit, and we finish this row with Tunisian simple because we previously finished with Tunisian knit stitch. Okay, and again, don't forget we need to work our edge stitch under both of these bars and over pull up a loop. Okay, we are going to be working standard return pass again. Like so. And now we are going to be repeating the first row of the stitch pattern where we started with Tunisian knit stitch. So we will be working Tunisian knit, Tunisian simple, knit, simple, knit, simple, and knit, finishing with the edge stitch like so. And again, standard return pass. This doesn't change for the length of your project. Okay, and now we are going to be repeating row 2 of our stitch pattern. So while previously we started with knit in the row below, now we need to start with Tunisian simple and followed by Tunisian knit, simple, knit, simple, knit, and simple. Don't forget we still need to work our edge stitch as well. Okay, and now I'm going to work the last return pass of my little swatch, which brings me back to the beginning. Okay, and so what you need to do, you are just going to be repeating the first 2 rows, and you can already see the stitch pattern coming on really beautifully. Okay, so again, just to recap, this stitch pattern of combination of knit and simple stitch is worked over an odd number of stitches. So, and it is 2 row repeat. You start the first row with Tunisian knit, continue with the simple, knit, simple, and so on. And the row 2, you alternate the stitches. So where previously in the row 1 of the stitch pattern you started with Tunisian knit, now you need to start with Tunisian simple and work the stitches in the same sequence. So simple, knit, simple, knit, simple, knit for the length of your row. And that's it. That's how you work this stitch combination. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know in the comments below what you would like to use this stitch pattern for, whether you known it previously or this is something that you just come across as a novelty. Also, please share with your friends and like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.